Welcome again to this tutorial. So today we're going to be creating a banner. I'm going to take you guys through the steps. So let's get into it. So first of all, create a new file and we'll set our width and height to 1400 by 720p and make sure it's on landscape, make sure it's on pixels, and make sure your resolution is 300 and keep your color mode to 300. So your color mode to RGB and click on create. So once I've done that, this is what we're going to get. So first of all, what we're going to do, we're going to add our guide layout. Yeah, your guide layout is very essential. So this time we're just only going to be adding our margins, these margins here, and click on OK. So once I've done that, we're going to add a rectangle. Come here and click and drag. Yeah, make it to fill the circle. So you're going to make it a black color, as you have seen. So position it and we'll lock it. After I've locked it, what I'm going to be doing, we're going to be adding our text. So come to our text and start typing. First we're going to type is here and type this season. Control A. Let's make it bigger. So let's use an 8 point. Yeah, that is okay. So click and type special. Click on enter and tap offer and add an exclamation mark. So click on Control A and change the font type. We're going to be using a Montserrat bold. So we increase the font. Make it an 18 point. Let's make it 21. So what I'm going to do, we're going to place this here. So next we're going to be adding the text type sale up to 95%. Yeah, Control A using a semi-bold and reduce the text size to around 12. Let's use a medium. Yeah, that's better. So position is down here. Do the same thing to this. Come here and position it here. Let's make it a bit bigger. Come to our character panel and increase the size. Let's use a 24. Yeah, 24 is better. So let's place this here and we'll place this just above it. And while increasing the size to 10 points, drag this here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come to our text here and select this. So what we're going to do, we're going to change the color of this to an orange color. So come here and select this orange color. The color code is FD6B00, FD6B00, and click on OK. Once you have done that, so what we're going to do, we're going to reduce this line spacing between the two of them. So we'll come here and set our line spacing to 16 because 16 is too small. Let's use 18. 22. Yeah, 22 is okay. Once I've done that, I'll click on our tick mark and we're just going to be adding a text at the bottom here. So for the text part, what we're going to do, click on our title and create a text box. And yeah, that's okay. So we're just going to be typing random words. Lawrence. Just type something inside to fill the square. And click on Control A and reduce the size to a 6 point. Okay, let's take it down to 4 points. Yeah, that's okay. So let's bring this back up. So this is just our dummy text. So Control V. Yeah, here we have it. This is okay. So once we have added that, click on our tick mark. So come to our move tool, select all of this, use our direction tool, or simply hold shift and use our direction tool to move up faster. But if you're using that one to move slowly, when you hold shift and press it to move faster. So let's place it just here and move it to the right. Okay, yes, okay. Once I've done that, next we're going to add a circle. So click on here, click on ellipse. So click, hold, and drag to make a perfect cycle. You hold shift so you can get a perfect cycle. So once I've done that, I'm going to change our color. Let us use a bright color of white. So now use this color. Click on this, then your eyedropper tool will appear. Click on this orange and let's use a white color. So once I've done that, what we're going to do, we're going to close this and we're going to click this and drag and align here. See, align it to the center. Once I've aligned it to the center, next we're going to add our logo. So I'm going to be using this. We'll click it and drag it to the background and reduce the size. Hold shift and reduce the size. So once you have done that, you click on your tick mark, you come to edit, come to transform, then click flip horizontal. You want it to face the other way. So reduce the size again. Let's zoom in a little bit. Click on your tick mark. So when we are doing that, we'll click this and drag it and drop here. So this is our logo. So next we're going to change the color of the logo. Come to color overlay. We can use gradient overlay. This is gradient overlay. Change it to the same orange color. So what we're going to do when we're working on gradient, you will click here. You can see a list of different gradients. You can see gradient. So let's just use this gradient. You will get this gradient default in your Photoshop. So once you have done that, you can change the gradient style. You can see radial. You can see the effect of your changes here. You can see diamond. You can see. So I'm going to be using a linear. There we have it. So we'll click on OK. So we want to add in our logo name. So just use trendy. Control A to change it to a white color. And click on OK. So we're going to change this to an extra bold and increase the text size to 6 points. Let's make it an 8 point. So click this and drag it and place it close to this. So once I've done that, let's zoom out, Control 0, then select all of this, move it down just small, so there'll be space for the logo up top. So select this and bring the logo down a little bit. So once I've done that, I'm going to click on this part here. So once I've clicked on this part here, we're going to add our image inside it. So we'll come here and add our image. I'm going to be using this image. I'll click and drag it into our background. To our background here. So here we have it. This is our image. So what we're going to do, we're going to click it and drag and place it over this image. So you can increase the size, link this together, or you can hold shift and drag, then you align it to fill the circle. So what we're going to do, we're going to create a clipping mask again. So we'll right click and create clipping mask. You can see I've placed it inside the background, inside the circle that we created. So what we're going to do, we're going to make a copy of this circle. So click and drag it to the bottom here and make a copy. You can see it I've disarranged our work. So what we're going to do, let's drag this ls copy one to the top here. Drag it to the top up here. So once I've done that, we'll now click on this and do the same process to create a clipping mask for it. So we'll click on our circle on top and come to our properties bar here and remove the fill of the shape. Then we're going to add a stroke for the shape. So we're going to be adding a gradient stroke. So we're adding this orange gradient stroke. You can see. So as I've done that, what we're going to do, you can see the gradient around it. So we'll come here and we'll increase the size of the stroke. You can see. Here you have it. So what we're going to be doing for this design, we're going to be creating a sort of like a vanishing stroke around it. So once I've done that, we'll come to our properties bar, click on this and double click on this place. So here we are brought to this part. So what we're going to do, we're using this option here. You can see this option here, or we use this one up here. You see it in your Photoshop. So what we're going to do, you can see here it's transparent. That's the aim we're trying to get. So we'll click on this and we'll use this orange color here and click on OK. So we're going to extend it. can create another one here and use the same orange color and drag it to this side here. So as you have seen, we have added this to our design. I'll click on OK, and as you can see, we made like a vanishing effect, and you can change the angle of the color you're getting. When you come here, you can see the option for angle. You can change the angle, as you can see. So we're going to leave this like this. So after we have done that, what we're going to be doing, we're going to be adding just some kind of design shapes to our work. So come here and draw a small circle. First of all, before you do that, you come up here and change it to a no fill color. Then you change it to a stroke and make it a white color. Then you set your stroke to 5. Let's use 8 pixels. So we'll hold shift and drag and draw a circle. So you have seen? Yeah. So click on our move tool, then tap on our background, click on our background first, then you hold Alt or Option or your mark, then click and drag to make a copy of it. Then you can place it wherever you want, reduce the size, reduce the stroke if you want, click again and drag and reduce the size smaller. Yeah, you can take my, you can come to your properties bar and reduce your stroke. This is the 4 pixels. Let's see, smaller. So after I've done that, we're going to add a wavy line from our gallery, this wavy line. So click and drag into our background. So you can see this is our wavy line. So click on our tick mark first without doing anything to it. Then you come to color overlay and we'll change it to a white color overlay. So this is it. You click on OK. So we're going to click and place it on top of this text here. So what we're going to do, we're going to click and drag it and place it behind our work, directly above our background. After I've done that, we can see we can barely see the offer, but we can see the special. So let's move it to fill this part here. So once I've done that, we'll come and reduce the opacity very low to like, you can see, you can clearly read this text very clearly. So we're going to make a copy of this. Let's come here and click and drag to the bottom to make a copy, and we'll drag it up top. So we can just leave it down at the bottom. Just leave it here, and we'll move it outside of the background. Then you can click and drag and probably place it around here. Sorry. Click and drag it just down here and place it here, as you have seen. Very simple. So you can still reduce the opacity if you want to add like it was a subtle effect to your design, but not a very visible effect to your design. So after we're done with this, so we're going to be adding our contact info. Let's move this down a little. We're going to be adding our contact info. So for that, we're going to click here, come to our rectangle tool, right click on this part, come to our rectangle tool and draw a rectangle from the edge of your design. Draw it all the way outside here. So after I've done that, what we're going to do, we're going to change this to a fill color using this orange color. Click on this color swatch and click on this and click on OK. So once I've done that, you can see it has this fill in it. So I'm going to reduce the stroke to a 3 and click on our tick mark. So we'll come to this. We only want these two parts, this up here, this part here of our design, this up part here, up here, and this part, these two corners. We only want them to be cropped. So what you do, you click here, you come here and unlink this part, and you set here to a 20 pixels. Sorry, click here, 20. You can see it really affected that side. Do the same thing for this side. You can use maybe like a 15, or just use 20. So that's how you can manually adjust each of the corners of your design. After we're done with that, click on our distance, so drag out and expand this and drag it back inside here to the wall. So once I've added that, so we're going to add the text. So we'll click on our type to, and just type www dot trendy.com. Yeah, that's okay. So click and drag it into this part here and place it here. So this is the website name. Let's try and align it to this part. So let's click and drag a ruler to this part here. You can see all these are aligned. So we'll now click and align it to this here, as you have seen. So click on Ctrl A and change the style of the font using a semi-bold and click on our tick mark. Once we have done that, we're going to click on our move tool, come here and copy the shape. We'll click and drag it to this other side of our design. What we're going to do, we're going to come to our edit, come to transform, then we'll come to flip horizontal. So we'll flip it horizontal to face this way. So we're going to click from our ruler section to add another guideline and place it directly above this shape, this rectangle we created here. So we can align this part to it. You can see they've aligned. Even though you don't add this guideline, let's move the guideline. You can see it tries to align it. You can see this purple pink lines here. It aligns it, so we'll try and drag it inside while still making it aligned. So yeah, that's okay. So once I've done that, now come and add our social media icon. So for social media icon, we'll be using a YouTube, an Instagram, and a Facebook. So once I've done that, so click and drag it into our background. Sorry, click and drag it into our background. Drag it into our background. What we're going to do, you can see the F is a black color. So we're going to change the color later. Use color overlay. So hold shift and resize it. These guidelines are what will help you to see your work very clearly, as you have seen. So reduce it. Let's reduce it again and use our move tool to direct it to this part of our work. And yeah. So once I've done that, click on our tick mark, add our next icon. So you can see our, so click this down here and resize it. Don't forget to hold shift when you're resizing. So click and drag and place this here first. Click on our tick mark, then do the same thing for our YouTube icon. Hold shift, click, drag, reduce the size, and bring it down here to the bottom and place it here. So I'm going to zoom in to properly align this section. So you can hold this and direct this, hold this, move up and down, or you can come to our hand tool here. Let's place the file, come to our hand tool, and we can move our design. Just hold and drag. So come back to our move tool, reduce the size of our YouTube icon, reduce the size and place it here. Come and do the same thing for our Instagram icon. Okay, I think I kind of distorted this image a bit, so I'm going to rearrange it. So yeah, this is okay. Hold shift, reduce the size and place it here. Click on your tick mark, or you can just simply press enter. Then we'll place this here, as you have seen. When you look at this, you can see it's showing you the spacing between this Facebook icon and the Instagram icon. So you can see it's trying to align it for you to tell you that this is the same spacing between two of them. When you bring it out, you see it's showing 137, which is different from this. If we try and bring it closer, you can see show that the spacing between each of them is equal. Then you release it and you come back and zoom out. Zoom out. Okay, let's fit to screen. So as you can see, I've done this design. So this is the end of the tutorial. This is a simple banner design, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.